Hello and welcome to the live stream today. On today's agenda, I'm gonna go into some dungeons and solo them, both on this new build, which I'm gonna be trying out today. In the last stream, I have been farming for it, and now I finally completed all of the item sets that I need off stream. So I'm gonna try that out for the first time, which is the what I like to call the insane build. Basically, what this build is trying to do is not use a weapon as well as not use any active skills. And I'm gonna see if that's even remotely possible. And yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. I'm definitely gonna start it off on some normal dungeons. We are not instantly gonna go veteran with that. Like, I'm not even sure if this is ever gonna be able to beat veteran dungeons, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna try. But yeah, first of all, we are gonna take this new kind of fun build into a normal dungeon, see how it performs, if it can do anything, and yeah, and then potentially, or actually, uh, I'm after that gonna go into veteran dungeons on my main solo build. And yeah, we're gonna see which veteran dungeons I can solo and how far I can push it. So right now I have put together the build. So actually, I'm gonna show my current tunnel and show you how it works on the target dummy. And this is insane. This is not using a weapon. This is not using active skills. And I hope that it can at least do, something, anything. And I am totally happy for now if I'm going to be able to solo a normal dungeon with it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try to push it as far as I can. That's definitely a goal. And yeah, just gonna go to the target dummy now and yeah, just see if this how much damage I can put out right now. Obviously, when I'm not using a weapon and I'm not using active skills, this is not going to do much damage, but hopefully it will be enough to solo a normal dungeon. And I'm going to go over the exact setup I'm using in just a second, but yeah, basically the aim of this whole build, not using any active skills, not using any weapon, not even equipping a weapon. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing with this build. And as you will be able to see, obviously this is not doing a lot of damage, but I have used specific sets as well as skills and like passive skills to boost the light attack damage up as much as it gets. So basically, if I'm just hitting normally, it's only a bit of damage, but as you can see, once this triggers, at least I do like 2,700 with a non-critical hit and 4,400 on a critical hit with light attacks, with no weapon. So I guess that's better than nothing. So the way that we accomplish any light attack damage whatsoever on this build is by using a certain set, which is the Stormmaster's set. So what this is doing is whenever you deal critical damage with a fully charged heavy attack, your light and heavy attacks deal an additional 1,400 or X damage for 20 seconds because this number depends on the quality of the set. So we'll just say extra damage for 20 seconds. This effect can occur once every 10 seconds. So basically the aim is to keep this up and thereby heavily boost our light attack damage. Now I do need one or two more things to push this to the maximum. I do have quite a lot of passive buffs active. Let me just see if I can activate those so that you can see them as well. Um, So let's see what I have to change. This is the combat text, and right below that, yeah, buffs and debuffs, and we want to see our self buffs. All right. So basically, um, the skills that I'm using to get this buffed up, mainly about armaments. This is why I'm using the mage primarily. And what this ability does for us, even without activating, is while slotted, as you can see in the bottom of the skill effect there, while slotted, your max stamina is increased by 5% and your light attacks deal 10% more damage. So that's a unique thing that only the sorcerer gets. And then another thing which is really helpful is from Storm Calling, I think it is. Yes. This passive increasing our physical and shock damage by another 5%. So obviously your light attacks when you're unarmed deal physical damage. So that's going to come in really handy. Also, you might be wondering why I have these 4 fighters guild abilities slotted here. Well, one of them, Camouflaged Hunter. This is used in a lot of builds. While slotted, you gain Major Savagery and Prophecy, increasing your weapon and spell critical rating by 2629. You also gain Minor Berserk for 5 seconds after dealing critical damage from an enemy's flank. Now, obviously, when we are playing solo, the enemies are going to be facing towards us, so we are not going to be able to hit them from a flank. But obviously, the Major Savagery and Prophecy is going to come in handy anyway. So this lets us at least push up our crit chance a little bit. And so this is one of the most key abilities here. And then the reason why I have the rest of the lore filled up with fighter skill abilities is because if you look into the fighter skill line here, then you can see this ability, Slayer. On rank 3, it increases your weapon and spell damage by 3% for each fighter's guild ability slotted. So we definitely want to slot as many of them as we can. And actually, I'm also going to slot the ultimate right here to even get more benefit of that. The reason I didn't put in the ultimate before is because I do eventually want to replace this with the ultimate from the Psychic Order skill line. Now, I don't even have it unlocked on this character yet, so I can't show you. But the Psychic Order ultimate is going to give you minor protection all the time, which is decreasing your damage taken by 5%. And then what I do also want to eventually put in, once I unlock it on this character, is Revealing Flare from the support skill line, which, while slotted, gives you major protection, reducing your damage taken by 10%. So this is going to come in really handy because obviously when you're in a dungeon on your own, you're souling it, you do want to also reduce the damage you're taking, not just the damage you're dealing, because obviously you want to survive. So those 2 abilities are going to come in at a later point, which is why this build is definitely not optimized yet. And also, if I'm looking at the gear right here, you can see most of it is actually still blue gear, or, well, some of it is still blue gear. So definitely this can be optimized a lot more. And also the traits are not optimal at all. We want to get as much armor as possible from the traits. So this should all be reinforced or nirnhorned. And as you can see, it is not yet. Some of the pieces are reinforced, but I still do have to get a lot of stuff for this build. And yeah, basically, in addition to the Stormmaster set, which enables our light attacks to basically do any damage at all without a weapon and without skills, I'm also using the Griefs of Medusa, actually just the Medusa set, 2 pieces to get some more heavy armor in and get some critical chance, as well as for a monster set, I'm using Mighty Chudan, which I was farming yesterday on stream. And the reason I'm using this is with 2 items here, you get Major Resolve at all times, increasing your physical and spell resistance by 5,948. Sorry. So reason I'm using this is because usually when you are running any build at all, when you're solo, you definitely want to get Major Resolve because it's the source of the most armor, which is like resistances, that you can get. And if you're not using any active skills, then the only way to actually get it is from this monster set or from the Oaken Soul Ring. And the reason I'm not using the Oaken Soul Ring is because I'm using the Ring of the Pale Order as a mythic item. And what this does, if you don't know it, it heals you for 20% of the damage you deal, when you're solo at least. So that's the only way I'm going to be actually able to heal myself when not using any skills. And yeah, that's how I'm approaching this with no weapon and no skills. So basically, the only thing I want to get now before getting into a dungeon is to get the potion of weapon power, I believe it's called. Because that potion is going to give us our major brutality buff, which will increase our weapon damage by 20%. And we can't get that from anywhere else if we are not using a skill, obviously, to get it. So we have to get it from the potion. Actually, this is the wrong place. I want to go to the guild traders in Wayrest. All right. And I'm just going to hope that the guild traders are offering that. And yeah, going to buy a few of those potions. And then I'm going to go into the first solo dungeon with this build. Now, I don't know at all if this is going to work. I might just get beaten up completely. Because obviously the dungeons are not designed to be beaten without active skills and without a weapon. But we're going to try to punch our way through it anyways. So let's go and just get this potion to get ready. Hello there. Hi. Nice to see you on the stream. As you can already see in the title, today is going to be some crazy solo action. So I've developed a new insane build. Not at all yet, but the basic idea is not using any skills, not using any weapon, and yeah. Yeah, thanks, man. Really gonna try to accomplish anything on this. So let's see. I think this is called like weapon power something, potion of weapon power. Let's see. Yeah, essence of weapon power. That's exactly it. Perfect. So we are gonna get a few of those. Let me see. I can only buy the full stack. Okay. I don't really want to buy 200 at once. So let's actually check and another guild trader for a second. Maybe I can get just some of them. All of these are okay. 50 ones. Yeah. Okay. So this costs 14,000. I mean, let's check another one because this would not really be worth it to pay extra just to get a smaller stack size. 130. Okay. I guess I'm gonna get that because I'm gonna use them eventually anyways. All right. So I think now we are equipped to go into the dungeon and try out this build. And yeah, if this can complete any content solo whatsoever, I'm gonna be impressed anyways. So not too worried about only playing on a normal dungeon now. So let's equip the food and also obviously the new potions. All right, here we go. So let's choose an easy dungeon for starters, and let me check that I don't have the difficulty on veteran because that would be fatal right now. Normal, okay, perfect. So let's see. I'm probably gonna go into something like fungal grotto or something. So where is that? This is spindle clutch. Actually, let's do spindle clutch 1. I think that should be one of the more easy dungeons. And yeah, let's just check out if this build can do anything at all on its own. I'm really curious to see. I didn't try this out at all yet in any content, so doing a solo dungeon, first of all, that's going to be funny. Okay, so eat the food and get the potion ready. All right, here we go. And we're just going to try to punch our way through this. All right, drink the potion. Let's go. And I'm already noticing that I'm not healing a lot. I'm definitely not healing a lot. Oh, actually, I have to trigger the Stormmaster set. Here we go. So now at least I'm doing some damage. Okay, okay. This is not looking too good. This is not looking too good. Um, let's see. Yeah, I think this is simply not healing enough yet. All right, okay. That was the first try. Yeah, punching. Yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Just punching my way. So, um, all right. Let's think first if there's maybe a different approach I could take. So, basically, I always have to heavy attack first to trigger the Stormmaster set. Um, and yeah, then it's really just light attacking, I guess. So let's just try it again. Maybe this time if I actually heavy attack first and I dodge all of the AoEs properly, and maybe we can do it. Oh, actually, I know what I can improve immediately. Because I didn't actually didn't put in the CP yet, which is obviously a huge factor. So yeah, I really have to slot in this CP now. Yeah, obviously I'm really limiting myself if I'm not using CP. So let's do that as soon as I die the next time, or maybe actually this seems like I can maybe even complete the first few enemies here. Yeah, put that CP. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. What's up, Lone? Welcome to the stream. As you can see, I'm punching my way through this dungeon today. I'm doing a solo build which is not using any active skills and not using a weapon. So as you can see, this is gonna be a hideous struggle. And yeah, we're gonna see if we can complete the dungeon this way. But yeah, that's really what I'm about. Just trying out some crazy build ideas, and we managed to kill the first trash mobs. That's so awesome. Okay, so now let me actually do the most important thing and put in the champion points. Now I do have this plotted out right here, so give me a second to check over here and see what I have plotted. All right. So most important things would probably be to get the health regeneration from not using ultimate over here. So let me redistribute this. Um, there we go. So let's take, for now I'm just gonna take all of that off and gonna redo the thing. So the most important CP if you're playing anything that doesn't use an active ultimate is definitely right up here. This node gives you 30 health recovery for every 10 ultimate you have. So basically, if you're at 500 ultimates, then it's going to give you what 1,500 1,500 health recovery, right? So that's going to be 750 health every second that you're getting back, which is definitely going to be really important if you're trying to get somewhere with this. So let's just get the necessary nodes to actually get there, and then we can slot this. All right, so that's going to be the first most important one. And then I guess I'm actually going to go right up here and get as much armor as I can. And then I'm just going to put the rest of the points for now into the recovery for now, because that's what's going to heal me. Because obviously we don't need the magicka or stamina recovery if we're not using any active skills, but the health recovery is really gonna come in handy. So the rest of the points, let me just put it into max health. Not gonna get to that stage anyways. And then let's go to the other skill tree. So right here, I obviously also want to use different stuff. Direct damage attacks, I'm actually gonna probably take that again in a second. Let's just take out these so everything gets reset. All right. So right here, what I want to slot. I definitely want to get the weapon and spell damage to damaging abilities, because your basic attacks are actually considered damaging abilities. So this is going to improve your light and heavy attacks. And then right here, we can unlock this, and then we can get here, increases your damage done with light and heavy attacks by 3% per stage. So obviously we want that too. I want to slot that. Actually, I still have to slot the other one. Otherwise it's not going to be active. And then the rest that we want to get. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might not want to get the extra weapon and spell damage here because I want to get some other stuff. I definitely want to get Reaving Blows, which is going to heal 7% for the direct damage you deal, and light attacks are direct damage. So yeah, definitely want that. And then also increase our damage done with direct damage attacks. Gonna start that. And the rest of the points I can start putting into, where is it? Single target attacks. There we go. So that's obviously also affecting our light attacks. So let's save this. And now we should actually be lots better equipped to deal with all of this. This is going to be okay for now. I don't really care about the green tree. All right, so let's see how much our power increased now, and let's see if we can actually deal with this group without dying. I still have to heavy attack to activate the Stormmaster set. Come on, activate. There we go. All right, Stormmaster is triggered, and I can already see this doing a lot more damage and healing a lot more. So this is actually looking pretty good now. We are going to be able to deal with these trash mobs now. Not sure if the same is going to apply to the bosses in this dungeon, but hey, this is already some progress right here. And let's see, yeah, there we go. Triggered the Stormmaster. Here we go, punch this spider to death. I mean, 5,000, over 5,000 damage on a critical hit, and actually I didn't use the potion right there, so maybe I can even get more than that. Good luck again. Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot. So, oh, whoa, there we go. Actually, just did a over 6,000 damage crit there. And yeah, gonna punch these spiders to the death. Yeah, it may take some time to complete this dungeon, but the thing I'm most curious about is if we can even beat the first boss with this. And we're gonna see about that. Okay, there, here we go. Stormmaster triggered again. Punch to the death. And I definitely, actually I do have to put some points in the green tree in a second, because in the green CP tree you can get a champion like a passive, which is gonna make it so that your potions are gonna reset faster. So you can actually keep up the potion effect, because right now, as you can see, in 13 seconds the potion is gonna run out, but the cooldown is still gonna be longer than that. So I'm not gonna be able to keep up the potion 100% of the time this way. So let me actually put that in as well. It's somewhere down here. This is the food or drink that increases the strength. All right, that's not it. Isn't there one which increases the duration of potions? I really thought so. But it may only be this duration for drinks and potion which increases character stats. Let me see. I thought there was one. Mount speed, time to harvest, no. That's not really it. Alright, so actually there may not be one, so we may just have to deal with some downtime on the potion. Yeah. Well, I guess that's fine. Actually, let's get this, because I don't really want to. I would like to keep some of the potions. All right, so there's the first boss, and we're gonna see if we can actually beat that. I would be really positively surprised if we even can. So let's see, I think the boss, is he already attacking me? Yeah, the spider is already attacking me, but so far I'm keeping up. I'm healing enough to mitigate the incoming damage. And remember, like, this build is not optimized at all yet. I'm still missing 2 of the abilities, one from the Psychic Order skill line, the ultimate, as well as Revealing Flare from the support skill line. And both of those abilities, if I can get them, they're going to give me minor protection as well as major protection, which is a total of 15% reduced damage taken. So that's definitely going to be noticeable. And I will definitely try to get those as soon as possible to make this build much stronger, at least on the defensive side. But yeah, actually right now I'm kind of optimistic that we can beat the boss because it's already attacking me and I can regenerate the health so far. So yeah, let's just finish killing the trash mobs right here and then see what we can do against it. Come on, I have to trigger the Stormmaster set now. If you haven't seen the beginning of the stream, I'm using the Stormmaster set to get more damage on the light attacks. And basically how the Stormmaster set works is you have to critically strike with a heavy attack to trigger it. So right now I'm always heavy attacking, but I'm not critting. There we go. So now, as you can see, the light attacks are doing a lot more damage than before. But actually, I've got kind of the feeling that the boss is spawning in new ads. Is that correct? I actually never really paid attention to this because this boss was always so easy to beat. Yeah, okay, he's actually making new spiders. So let's just go for the boss. Let's go! Let's attack him straight on, and that was an instant critical hit. That's really nice. So now the Stormmaster set is going. Yeah, look at the health going down there. Alright, okay. I'm pretty optimistic we can beat this. I'm pretty optimistic. Now, if you have read the title and come in, this is not the veteran dungeon yet, obviously. I'm not going to do a veteran dungeon on a build without a weapon or skills. So for now, this is going to be a normal dungeon on this build. But right after this dungeon, if I can hopefully beat it, I'm going to do some veteran solo dungeons on my main build. Yeah, because this obviously is not going to survive in a veteran dungeon in its current form. And while I'm speaking, I'm forgetting to use the potion and trigger the skill set, the item set, I mean. But actually, I was still surviving. So yeah, I guess this really is more powerful than I thought right now. And it would be interesting to see if maybe if I perfect the build, if I get the skills which I'm missing for the passive bonuses, if maybe then at some point I could actually beat a... well, actually I'm gonna die here because the boss spawned in so many ads. Yeah. Alright, okay, so this is gonna be tricky because I can't really deal with the ads in time. I believe that if I focus the ads, they're gonna spawn faster than I can kill them. But let me just try that anyways. Let me try actually killing each of the ads. And yeah, if you've just come into the stream, then welcome and watch me beat a normal dungeon without weapons and without skills. Hopefully. Hopefully. This build just came together. And I'm really still not sure if I can beat it at all. So it's definitely gonna be a challenge. I already just died at this boss, but yeah, okay, I can actually beat the ads in time. So let me do that. Let me try to kill off every single ad as it comes out, so they don't get too many and overwhelm me. And so far the healing is actually going really well. I didn't think I would be recovering so much health, but I guess it makes sense. I'm using the Ring of the Pale Order as well as as the CP, which are giving me health recovery for not using my ultimate. So that's a lot of healing coming in. Alright, so this boss is definitely gonna go down, like there's no question about it right now. this boss is gonna die eventually. And yeah, we're really gonna have to see for the bosses after, because obviously this is just the first boss in this dungeon. So it's actually, I think it's also the easiest one, to be fair. So we're gonna see how I perform on the other bosses. But this is really giving me some courage. And I mean, if you can beat one boss, then you might be able to beat more than one as well. Oh, actually, I can interrupt that. See, I never paid attention to these mechanics because this boss was always so easy. It just died within seconds, and if you kill something so fast, then I guess you don't really pay attention to the mechanics. But when you when you attempt it without weapons and without skills, you really are forced to pay attention to each and every mechanic. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Definitely have to keep using the potion every time. I mustn't forget about that. And now it's time to re-trigger the Stormmaster set. Come on, give me critical hits. Come on, critical. Come on, man. Yeah, there we go. That's the lightning I want to see. So, back to the heavier damage from the Stormmaster set. And this boss is almost finished. Nice. That's great. I will actually focus on the boss now. I don't really think that the ads are gonna kill me right now. So just gonna take these last 30k health from the boss. Use the potion here, gonna heavy attack. Hopefully get Stormmaster's proccing. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. And there we go! Alright. So just killing off these remaining ads, and there we go. First boss beaten on solo, without a weapon and without skills. Here we go. And if I can actually beat this whole dungeon, that would be cool. That would really show that you can do whatever you want in this game and somehow still succeed. Yeah, GG. Thanks, man. All right. So yeah, a lot of thinking went into this build actually beforehand, and it seems that it's kind of working. But I'm not gonna get excited too early because, yeah, the next boss might just be a different thing altogether. But these trash mobs really can't do anything. I can definitely heal against that. I mean, we are actually healing for 27% of the damage we deal with the light attacks because of using Ring of the Pale Order, as well as the CP, which is healing for 7% of direct damage. So 27% of the light attack damage is going back as health. So when I'm doing these 5100 damage crits right here, that's healing me for upwards of what, 1500 health, even more than that. Actually, pretty much 1500, something like that. So yeah. Oh, actually, this is channeling. It's interrupted. Okay, here we go. Second boss almost coming up now. Just gonna have to deal with these ads right here. I mean, this is definitely a different experience, you know. Basically, all I'm doing is spamming the light attack button, and whenever I need to, I use the potion, and I heavy attack until the Stormmaster set procs, and then it's back to light attacking. Here we go, instantly procced. That's nice. Let's punch these spiders to death. Actually, let's go into first person for a second so we can actually see the beating right here. Yeah, but fighting these spiders is kind of not so beautiful, kind of ugly. So yeah, let's just get rid of the rest of these. I have to remember to use the potion actually. And oh, actually re-triggered the Stormmaster set early there because I accidentally heavy attacked. Yeah, I mean, if people are gonna tell you that they have struggled soloing normal beginner dungeons, show them this video, and I guess show them that it is even possible without a weapon, without skills. Yeah, but I guess normal beginner dungeons like this one here, which is Spindle Clutch 1, those are not the real challenge anyways, so I'm definitely gonna keep optimizing this build and then see how far I can take it. My ultimate goal would be to beat any veteran dungeon on this, but yeah, that may never be possible actually, but we're gonna see. I'm definitely gonna try. And it would already be really cool if I could maybe beat a DLC dungeon on normal with this build, but that may also not be possible. But never say never. People have told me beforehand when I said to them I want to create a build which doesn't use any weapon or skills. They said, "Man, you're crazy. That's insane. Why would you do that?" And I somehow agreed. It is crazy, and there's not a real logical reason for me to do it. It's definitely not a clever choice, but sometimes I guess that's what life is about, doing stuff just to do it. All right, so boss is coming up. We're gonna see if we can beat this one. As you can see, 1.3 million health. That's very different from the 300,000 health that the last boss had. So maybe a different story. So definitely want to pay attention to the mechanics here and block whenever there's a heavy attack coming in. But from a regeneration standpoint, right now, this does seem to work. I am keeping up with my health, and yeah, managing to stay on full health for now at least. Oh, there's a heavy attack coming in. Block this. There we go. All right. Okay. This is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty good. Heavy attack coming in. Block that one again. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. I think we're gonna be able to do this, guys. We are going to be able to. And oh, actually, my phone just died. I had the live chat open on my phone right there, so I can read your messages because I don't have two screens. So that's really the only way. Oh, actually, did he spawn those ads in? Damn. Definitely have to handle those as fast as possible. But yeah, right now I can't see your messages if you're typing any for a minute or so because I have to actually recharge my phone where I had the live chat open. So just give me a minute for that, and probably after this boss, my phone is going to be up again, and I'm going to be able to read messages again. But yeah, already I want to thank everybody who has been joining in on the stream so far. It really means a lot to me to have people watching the stream because, as you can see on my channel, I just recently started out streaming, so I'm really excited to already have some people who want to watch the stream and who are telling me that they're excited for the next one and stuff. That really means a lot to me, and yeah, can't thank you enough for that. And as I keep saying in my streams, if you've got like any questions with about ESO, or if you want help with anything concerning the game, then definitely be free to reach out to me either in the comments or in the game as well. And I'm gonna help you as best as I can. I can give you some gold if you're just starting out. Maybe can help you do some dungeons, and I'm more than happy to help you. So okay, it seems that the boss is regularly spawning in these ads, so I definitely will have to take care of them every time, because otherwise the same thing is going to happen, which happened at the first boss, where I got overwhelmed by the ads eventually. So let's handle these spiders, and definitely want to keep the Storm Master set up by heavy attacking. Alright, yeah, so this boss seems doable as well. I'm really excited to see if some of the other bosses are gonna be harder than that, or if I can actually get through this dungeon with this weaponless, skillless build. Well, actually, I don't want to change my bar there because all of my passive buffs are obviously on the front bar, so definitely don't want to swap to the back bar. I did think about building this build with the new Oakensaw ring, which is giving you a ton of buffs, but you can't use your back bar. Now the problem with that is, while these buffs are really great, um, we definitely do need to regenerate a lot of health, because only way we can gain back health is from the damage we do. So that's why I'm using the Ring of the Pale Order, because the 7% healing from damage that you can get from the CPs probably won't be enough. So having 27% instead of 7% definitely is going to make a huge difference. So I guess the Ring of the Pale Order is the obvious choice here, and the only choice which is plausible. So I want to re-trigger these Stormmaster set, come on, and yeah, the boss is dying now. We are almost through it, actually. Definitely want to watch out to block all the heavy attacks. And let's see how this is gonna go down. Block this one off, there we go. And actually one more advantage of the mage when doing this kind of build, as opposed to other classes maybe, is that the mage has a passive which is giving you 1% bonus damage for every 10% health that the enemy is having. So basically, when you're attacking an enemy at 50% health, you're gonna do 5% extra damage. And that's a kind of a unique passive buff that no other class really has anything comparable to it. So that's one more thing if you're trying to get damage in any way, because maybe you're not using active skills, maybe you're not using a weapon, then you really have to scramble for every last bit of damage. And then Mage is actually offering this unique advantage in that way. And obviously, once the enemies go low health, then it's not gonna matter anymore, but it really helps you get these enemies to low health in the first place. So there we go. All right. Okay. Second boss completed. Solo, no weapon, no skills, and here we go. I'm just gonna go straight towards the next boss. I really want to see how far we can push this, and if it's possible to complete the dungeon. Also, right now, let me pull up the live chat again, just in case there should be any messages coming in, because I obviously definitely want to respond to you guys if you have any questions or comments on this. So there we go. Pulling up live chat again. All right. Here we go. So I'm leveling my Werewolf Templar. Where should I go level? I've got multiple spots to recommend to level. If you want to go the fastest route, and if you have some friends who maybe have some flashed out builds and like endgame stuff who can help you, then ask them to take you to the Dragonstar Arena. The Dragonstar Arena is an arena which is actually you can do with multiple people, because as you may know, many of the arenas are actually solo, like you can't do them with other people. But Dragonstar Arena you can do with a regular group of 4 people. And the Dragonstar Arena constantly has enemies respawning. There's going to be lots of waves of enemies you're going to be fighting, and all of them provide really great XP. So if you have some people who can kill all these enemies for you and make sure that you survive, then definitely ask them to take you to the Dragonstar Arena. That's what I would recommend to level as fast as possible. Now, another place you could level on your own, which I like to go, is the on the coast of the Alakir Desert. When you first come to the Alakir Desert, the first place you're gonna go is Sentinel, which is the kind of the main city there. And if you just go straight north from Sentinel, you're gonna get to the beach. And right at the beach, there are gonna be zombies if you haven't completed the zone quest yet. And those zombies you can kill for some really nice XP. And there's always going to be a lot of players leveling there already because it's quite known to be nice for leveling. So yeah, lots of people running around there. So you just want to make sure that you hit each of the zombies at least once before they die, so you actually get the XP. I like what you are doing because you are showing the people that they can do solo content if they pay attention on the sets. Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just the sets. Like, yeah, definitely this is mainly possible because of the Stormmaster set and the Oakensaw ring. Not Oakensaw, Ring of the Pale Order. But definitely what's also playing a huge role is paying attention to the mechanics. Because like right there goes a heavy attack. If you pay attention to the mechanics and you figure out the best way to approach a situation, that also makes a huge difference. So yeah, that's I guess what I would also encourage people to pay attention to. And yeah, right now I can already see myself getting low on health actually. So this may be a little bit more difficult. Right now I'm quite unlucky with getting the Stormmaster set triggered. Here we go. Actually, ooh. Okay, so yeah, right now the boss is attacking me all the time with all of these ads as well. So I want to see if I can clear out the ads. It seems that if I'm able to clear out the ads, I should be fine afterwards. Boss is not doing too much damage, but all of that combined was a bit much in the beginning. Let's see. By the way, if you're hearing any background noises, I apologize for that. I'm living with other people, you could say. So basically, if there's yeah, if you can hear some of that noise in the background, then I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be able to prevent that for now. Alright, heavy attack coming in. You always want to block the heavy attacks because when they come from trash mobs, oftentimes they're not gonna stun you. But if they're coming from bosses like this one right here, more often than not, they are gonna stun you, which obviously keeps you from attacking and keeps you from healing. So definitely want to block as many heavy attacks as you can. Also, of course, to prevent some of the damage, but mainly to prevent being stunned. And yeah, that's what I was talking about when I was saying that you need to pay attention to the mechanics because many people, even if they get to the late game, they ignore these mechanics and then they wonder why they still die after copying a successful build from a YouTuber or something. And yeah, it's because you have to also know the mechanics and not just have good item sets. But obviously, when you want to do something crazy like this, then everything you do matters. Item sets matter, CP matters. I mean, you could see that right in the beginning, right? When I entered the dungeon, I had the same items on me, but I was dying to the trash mobs. And that was simply because I didn't put in the correct CP yet. So CP can also make a huge difference. If you're a low-level player, or maybe you just got to level 50, you're not going to have any CP, or maybe you're not going to have a lot. And then some of these crazier builds, like this one, probably not going to be possible as much for you. But if you're doing kind of a regular build, then I would argue CP don't matter insanely much. I mean, they do obviously make a difference, but once you have gotten your first, let's say, few hundred CP maybe, you should be able to perform like almost as well as a player who has got maximum CPU. There is obviously still a difference, and in some content that will definitely matter and keep you from completing it maybe. But for the most part, if you're doing like normal dungeons or even like veteran dungeons in a group, yeah, you're gonna be just fine if you know the mechanics, if you know what item sets to use. And I think I'm gonna die here. I think I'm gonna die. Those are just too many ads shooting at me at the same time. Yep. All right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I am still gonna be able to kill them if I just whittle them down one after the other. But I guess just respawning and then killing each one on their own is kind of cheating, you could say. So that's definitely not the goal with this. So I definitely have to make the build better to prevent this from being necessary. But yeah, for now I'm just going to do that because I mainly want to get to the bosses and see if I can complete those, which I guess is the more meaningful challenge, you could say. And right now I'm noticing this guy is healing the one I'm fighting, which is why he's not going down. Alright, let's get this one down, and then let's get the healer. Or actually, let's get these infantry guys first. Block the heavy attack. Come on, heavy attack again. Activate Stormmaster, hopefully. No. Come on, Stormmaster, trigger. There we go. That's the thing when if you're using a set like Stormmaster, which only triggers on critical hits. It's obviously kind of random when it's going to trigger, and you just have to hope for the best and hope that it triggers when you need it. So, right now let's see if I can. Come on, get this one. Then I maybe can survive. Trigger. No. No. Don't die. I don't really have time to do a heavy attack now. I don't have time for that. I just have to keep on light attacking and hope that it's gonna be enough. Come on. The damage should be getting less with every trash mob that I kill. Okay, here we go. Should be doable now. Yeah, now I'm regenerating much more health. Alright. Whew, okay. That was really close. And yeah, I guess for the beginning of this, the build is not completed yet, so I guess it's fine to die sometimes, as long as we can make it through the dungeon. But yeah, this has been going much better than I was expecting. Much better, actually. And as I showed you in the beginning, I still need to unlock some skills to actually be able to get this build much stronger. And right now, again, if you're hearing background noises, I'm very sorry. All right, so yeah, this boss is definitely this is probably going to be the hardest one actually, because there's loads of trash mobs standing around, and I'm probably gonna have to die here a couple times to be able to clear out the trash mobs one after the other. I'm probably not gonna make it on the first try here. Come on, trigger, Stormmaster set, come on. Come on, Stormmaster set, I want to see you trigger. Yeah, there we go, okay. There we go. My crit chance should be somewhere around 30%. A little bit more eventually, maybe. Actually, it seems I might be able to do this on the first try, actually. Okay, we're gonna have to re-trigger Stormmaster set in a second. Come on, yeah, there we go, first try. That's what I like to see. Come on. Get this one down. Yeah, this is going much better than I was expecting. I know I keep saying that, but I am really still surprised to see this perform. Yeah. I'm definitely very excited to see where I can take this if I optimize the build. And if I fully gear it out and skill it out. Yeah. Really excited for that. Come on, get this guy. Get him down. Yeah, he's only got 150k health remaining. That's not enough to withstand from the might of my fists. Come on now, retrigger Stormmaster. Come on, come on. Get the crit. Yeah, there we go. Critical hit. Yeah, I mean, I guess 5,000 damage critical on the light attacks is acceptable for now. Alright, I don't even know why I'm looting these guys. I don't really need any of the items, but okay. Okay, we are actually coming up to the last boss right here. I don't know if there's a another mini boss before it, but there's definitely only one major boss remaining. So yeah, just gonna have to deal with these guys right here, and then there's some more of these in front of the last boss, but yeah, we're getting pretty close to actually completing a dungeon solo, without a weapon, and without active skills. That's something. That's something, I guess. I just have to. I want to kill this healer first. I don't want him to heal up his allies. Don't run from me. Don't be a coward. Face your destiny. Face the fists of Storm Fury. Oh, I have to block the heavy. There we go. And yeah, I'm just killing off these last guys here, and then I'm pretty excited to see how it's gonna go against the last boss after this. And I'm already seeing that I'm using up quite a lot of the weapon power potions, so it definitely was a good thing that I bought 200. Because if I just bought 50, then we would probably be running out of them really soon. Maybe even before the dungeon ends. So yeah, definitely a good choice to spend the extra money there and buy 200 already. Alright. Yeah, Stormmaster has triggered. Let's give them hell. Let's get these light attacks in. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else I can do besides light attacking and the occasional heavy attack to trigger Stormmaster, but I mean, it is working. It is working, you know, that's what counts. And I don't really care about like doing this without dying or doing this as fast as possible right now. It's really just about being able to complete it at all. And as I was saying, after this dungeon, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to my main character, sort of, where I'm gonna go ahead and do a veteran dungeon on solo. Yeah, because that one is all obviously built out a lot more and has a weapon and has active skills. So then we're gonna see how far we can push that one. And yeah, here we go. Well, I can actually already see right over there, there may be another mini boss. But those might just be trash mobs as well over there, right over the bridge there. But we are really close to completing it now. Alright, here we go. So yeah, no mini boss here, just some more trash mobs, and then right over there down the hallway there, Down the tunnel there. There's the last boss, which is the final enemy I will have to be facing to be able to claim victory over this dungeon in this insane build. That's really the only name I can give this build. It's the insane build. Not because it's insanely strong, but because you have to be insane to be using it. You have to like getting beaten up to use it. And also beating other people up, I guess. So, you know, if you're the aggressive type, maybe this build is for you. I don't know. Alright. Yeah. You can't stop me at this point. Trash mobs, you can't stop me. What are you trying to do? You're trying to keep me from getting to the boss? You have no chance. Just face it. Just face it. I mean, you're all using weapons, and I'm killing you with my fists. What is this? What mockery is this? Are you trying to make a fool out of me? Let's go and trigger the Stormmaster again. Actually, I don't have to, just kill him. Alright, so here we go. Approaching the last boss, I definitely have to pay attention to not pull it yet. I definitely want to attack the ads first, the trash mobs. Alright, here we go. And I hope I can deal with them without dying. And yeah, if he's standing in the fire, I'm gonna have a hard time to actually attack him. Come on, trigger Stormmaster. Yeah, there we go. First try. That's what we want to see. So far, the incoming damage is still manageable. I hope it stays that way. But seems good. Seems good so far. I want to make sure I don't go in too much. So oh, damn it, I did it. So that I don't pull these guys. Actually, I only pulled one of them, which is okay for now. I have to re-trigger Stormmaster. Come on, come on. Yeah, there we go. Re-triggered it. Come on. Now get out of the fire here. Yeah, there we go. Goes down. This one goes down. Roll dodge out of that. Alright, use the potion again. Alright, alright. So last few trash mobs here before the final boss. And wow, I mean if I actually beat that final boss, that's gonna be first kind of achievement on my road to take this crazy build into unknown heights. I was standing in the fire there for way too long and I almost died. I might actually die here now. Yeah, I really might die. This is pretty close right now. I have to kill the healer first. Okay, come on, get down, get down. Nice, gonna kill the other healer now. Okay, I think I'm fine. I think I'm not gonna die here yet. So, come on, re-trigger the Stormmaster set, please. Re-trigger, please. Money, please. I don't know if you know that meme. But yeah, okay. Kill these last two trash mobs, and then it's just us against the final boss, and then we are gonna see if it is possible to complete a normal dungeon without weapons, without skills. Here we go. Get ready for it. We're approaching the final boss. The Whisperer. Already starting off strong, not taking any damage, that's great. Okay, the stun is really nasty. Use the potion here, don't forget that. Another stun, we definitely want to dodge that. Alright, going back in. Stunned again. I think this has almost been her toolkit now. Yeah, that was the last ability. So I think there's not anything more to come actually. Which should mean, in theory, that I should be able to beat her. Yeah, because not much more is gonna happen than what she's already doing. And if she didn't kill me yet, I guess she's not gonna do so in the future either. Alright, I like where this is going. I really like where this is going. So, as we can see right here, actually, killing the boss is much easier than killing the trash mobs. With the main reason being that I can't do area damage. So that's why trash mobs are gonna be much harder to handle actually than single bosses on this build. Alright, so activate the potion again. I think I messed up blocking a heavy attack there. Now I want to re-trigger Stormmaster with a heavy attack. Come on. Oh, I'll dodge that. Come on now, crit with a heavy attack. Yeah, there we go. Stormmaster is back active for 20 seconds. Alright. Yeah, I mean this is really going well. I don't see what's gonna stop me right here. Oh, except for one of these AoEs, I definitely want to dodge. Okay, yeah, I don't seem to be able to block that attack. It was not a heavy attack, so I probably can't block any of these stunts actually. Use potion, heavy attack. Come on, come on. Do a crit. Oh, dodge. Oof, that was close. All right, already under 1 minute, under 1 million health now. Okay, this seems doable. It seems like in just a few more moments, this boss is gonna go down. That's really cool. Now, I don't think that this kind of build is ideal for approaching your pledges or anything. If you're looking to complete dungeons for like leveling or like the quests or doing pledges, you're obviously going to be much faster with a group or with an actual real build. But I mean, if you want to have a fun experience, then I can definitely recommend this build. Because I'm having massive loads of fun right here, beating up these enemies and not using skills. Yeah. So this build definitely goes on my top 5 for the amount of fun that you can have with it. Actually, I might put a link to the build in the video description because I always create my own builds. You know, I don't take them from other people. Actually, I don't even watch like build guides or anything because really the most fun part of the game for me is to create builds, and I really put great effort into it, into theory crafting them. I always plot them out in a tool which is called the ESO Build Editor. You can search that on Google. Basically, it's where you can put in all kinds of abilities, item sets, enchantments, CPs, and you can calculate all kinds of different stuff and the amount of damage that you're gonna do. Actually, I accidentally used an ability there. I'm really sorry. I hope you can forgive me. I accidentally pressed a button there and used an ability, so I hope you're still gonna accept this as a no-skill run after this. But yeah. So basically, I always plot out the build in the build editor, so I can put you the link of the full build that I plotted out. I can put it in the video description after this goes live, and then you can recreate the build if you want. But in general, if you want to recreate any of the builds I'm doing, you can just ask me, and I will either send you the link to the build, or I will explain it to you in full, and I'm gonna help you set it up if you need help. So yeah, just ask about that if I'm ever not putting it in the description, but I am gonna put this this build in the description so you can check it out. And I'm obviously not gonna put the version of the build which I'm using right now, which is not optimal, but I'm gonna use the optimized version, which I have theory crafted, so that you know what to go for. And yeah, I mean, it is taking a lot of time to kill these bosses with like over 1 million health, but it is doable, and it is happening. So yeah, I don't see any point where I could mess up right now. So this is only a matter of time until she meets her inevitable demise. Right here. So yeah, I don't actually know if there's any video on YouTube yet where somebody is beating a dungeon solo with no weapon, no skills. Definitely would be excited to see that if somebody else did it already, but this may actually be a YouTube first you're watching right here. I'm not sure, but it may be. Oh, maybe I can get into the the Guinness book. I'm just kidding, but yeah, this may be a YouTube first at least. But I mean, technically, I definitely wouldn't go into the Guinness book right now because I accidentally used one ability. So they're gonna say it's fake. They're gonna say haters gonna hate. You know, they're gonna say, oh, you used one ability at one point in the dungeon, and they're not gonna accept it. But yeah, whatever. I hope that you can accept it. And I hope that the point has been proven that you can solo dungeons without skills. Yeah. So going on to the final 300k health right here. And as I said, once the dungeon is completed, I'm just gonna switch over to my main character and do a veteran dungeon solo. And yeah, I have actually beaten a DLC veteran dungeon solo already, but definitely not all of them are as easy. And difficulty when you're playing solo is definitely something really different from difficulty when you're playing in a group. So, for example, I was able to beat a veteran. What's it called again? Veteran Unhollowed Grave on solo, which is a DLC dungeon. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Sorry, didn't mean to say something wrong there. I didn't beat it on veteran. I just remembered that was actually normal. But I did beat like City of Ash on veteran solo, even without a weapon. Actually, I beat like Spindle Clutch 1 on veteran solo. I did Fungal Grotto 1 veteran on solo. But for example, Wayrest Sewers, which is one of the easiest dungeons if you're going with a group, Wayrest Sewers 1, I was never able to complete that on veteran solo yet. Because the last boss does just tons and tons of damage, and I have found no way yet to survive that. So I will probably have to optimize my build for that, because obviously even my main build is still not optimized at all. It's I don't have any legendary gear on there yet, except of course for the mythic item. So yeah, that's far from being optimized, and I am very sure that if I was to optimize that one, I would probably be able to beat most of the dungeons on veteran, which is definitely something I'm going to try to do within the next weeks. And I will share all of that right here on my YouTube channel, because the main point of this channel actually is dedicated towards doing solo dungeons. So if you're excited to see me do some more solo dungeons on some more serious builds also, and also on fun builds like this, then definitely stay tuned, and I will be uploading these solo veteran dungeons in the future as well. But right now, when I kill her, we're gonna go into one of them. So there we go. People say it can't be done, and yet here I am, standing on top of the Whisperer, I think. Yeah, without a weapon, without skills, and solo. There you go. I really hope I can do I can beat some more dungeons in the future on this insane build. Congrats! Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I am still sweating a little bit because of all of the light attacks I had to do. I have just been spamming this button for the last hour or so. So yeah, that definitely was something. Let me actually drink a sip right now. I need to rehydrate myself. All right. So that was the no weapon, no skill build. And now I'm gonna go on to the other character to do a veteran dungeon solo. I really hope you enjoyed this so far. And I just have to go to the bank real quick because I actually stole one of the items from my main characters on this build because I don't have it twice yet. So bear with me here. I just have to go to the bank for 1 second to transfer the item. And then we're going to get into the veteran dungeon. So where is my friend with the nice home? There he is. Gonna go to his elaborate villa. And yeah, that definitely was something. Really excited to see the future of this build. And yeah, I am gonna save that build in the armory station before I go over, so that I can pick it up again in the future. And yeah, here we go, armory station. Just gonna save over this one, I guess. Those both are not really good builds, so don't look at them. Those were kind of my beginner builds because this was one of the first characters I actually leveled up. So yeah. All right. Actually, I have to unequip the item to be able to put it in the bank. All right. So put that in there, and then we can go to the other character to do a solo veteran dungeon. So that's going to be the next challenge right now. I'm actually thinking about which dungeon to do because I do want to do something which I can complete. I think I'm going to do Tempest Island, which is not the easiest dungeon, also not the hardest one, definitely. So I think I should be able to beat it on veteran solo, and it also should be a challenge. And also I could use the item from there because the one I was just transferring, because I don't have it 2 times, it drops in that dungeon. So I'm hoping to maybe actually get that item on stream right now, so that I can in the future use it on both builds. And actually, you might be noticing already the food I'm using on there on the bottom left. That's a really cheap food, um, and I'm using that right now because I feel like I don't really need anything other than max health on this build. I am gonna put this build in the description as well, so you can check it out if you want. And if you do that, you're going to see that this build only relies on heavy attack damage, and it mainly gets the heavy attack damage from the item sets. So, um, like stacking weapon damage, stacking spell power, stacking maximum magicka or stamina, none of that is really going to impact the damage of this build too much. So that's why I don't really care about getting anything else than max health. So, gonna set the difficulty to veteran now, and here we go. Onto the veteran solo dungeon, Tempest Island. Here we go. Also, you're gonna see that the potion I'm using on this build is also a really cheap one. So yeah, again, none of this is optimized at all, but I would say that 90% of the strength of this build is coming from the item sets, anyways, in combination with uh, this and this skill. But yeah, if you click on the link in the video description after this goes live and you check out the build, then you're going to see what I'm talking about. So, okay, I have to remember how to play this build actually because I have been playing so many other builds in the recent time that I still kind of have to get used to this one again. But as I was saying, this mainly relies on heavy attack damage with the lightning staff. So as you can see, the lightning staff heavy attacks are dealing area damage, and that's a really nice bonus because that way I can really kill trash groups efficiently, and also I'm using the Ring of the Pale Order, which is healing me for damage dealt, and obviously when there are more enemies and you're using an AoE damage, you're gonna do more damage in total, which means you're gonna heal for more. So that's how this build is able to sustain and keep alive against larger groups of enemies as well. Yeah, you can see they're just dying left and right. So yeah, this build obviously is way more optimized and is hopefully going to be able to handle this veteran dungeon on solo with no problems. And again, you can check out my builds in the description after this goes live, but also I'm gonna do more I'm gonna actually do videos on build making in the future. So if you not want to only copy, but you are like me and you actually want to learn how to put together a strong build instead of copying one, you can stay tuned for my future videos where I will be explaining the process I'm using for coming up with these builds and improving these builds, and yeah, my whole process of theory crafting. So that's definitely going to be something I will be doing many videos on in the future. But for now, I'm just going to stay with these live streams, and actually maybe, or actually probably, tomorrow I will publish my first actual video, cut video instead of a live stream. So yeah, I'm still not too sure what it's gonna be about. Probably actually about this build that I'm using right now, because that's my main build and it's the one I put most thought to so far. So yeah, if you want to see how it comes together, then just check back, I guess, tomorrow, because most likely there's gonna be a video on this build tomorrow. And yeah, also I'm not really trying hard. I could do this all the time right now, which is putting together, pulling together the enemies so that I can hit them with the AoE all at once, like this here. Come on. Okay, actually, he's the that's the last one. But yeah, if you want to really try hard with this build and you are doing some harder content, you definitely want to pull the enemies together um, to be able to hit them all at once. But as you can see, it doesn't really matter so far. Actually, I haven't even consumed the food yet. Okay, I did. I did. Okay. So first boss coming up. I don't really care too much about doing ads first. I'm just gonna go straight for the boss here. The ads are gonna die anyways because of the area damage. So yeah, here we go. Just focusing mainly on the boss. I might want to kill some of the ranged ads. Oh no, actually I'm gonna just pull them in a second. Yeah, let's do this. Come on. Come over here. Get over here. And get over here. Actually, they're running away because they're cowards. They can't face it. Okay, yeah, let me just kill the ads right now because they're kind of annoying. Alright, that's enough. And yeah, you can see this build is able to handle this veteran dungeon with ease. And yeah, there's really a big difference between solo builds and regular builds. So if you're trying to, even if you have like a very good damage dealer build, which is like fully optimized and everything, if you're gonna take it into a dungeon, into a veteran dungeon solo, you're probably not gonna do as well as if you had put together an actual solo build, because there's many things that you have to worry about when you're playing solo, which you don't have to worry about in a group. And so, yeah, again, I will do videos on how to specifically build solo builds and how to play solo in the future. And that's definitely one of the things I will focus on. Alright, so getting her down right now. My DPS with this build should be somewhere around 35 to 40k right now. And again, yeah, if you have a fully optimized DPS build, you're going to be like, that's not a lot of damage. But again, when you're playing solo, the main point is actually tankiness and not damage. Because if you're able to survive, then you're going to be able to complete the dungeon. And that's really all that matters. So the only reason I'm stacking damage at all actually is because the Ring of the Pale Order obviously heals you based on the damage you do. So when you do more damage, then you have more health sustain. But damage definitely isn't the highest focus when you are going to do a solo build. It's going to be tankiness. Yeah, I don't really need any of that. Let me just get some of the collectibles. Alright, so yeah, first boss is very easy. And now we're gonna continue. Some of the bosses get a little bit more harder in this dungeon, but it's not gonna be too much of a challenge probably. I might regret those words later. But yeah, that's at least what I'm expecting. And right here, I do want to pull them together because this is really annoying. So we come here. And yeah, as long as I'm damaging like 3 enemies or something, I'm fine. Because then I'm healing for a lot. And yeah, then it's all good. So let's get these down as well. And yeah, as I said, when you're playing solo, it really comes down to having an optimized solo build and not just having like the most damage or anything. Here we go. Actually, there's a chest right behind him, which is great. I would be really happy to get the amulet here. Oh, come on. I'm not really good at this. Also, I didn't level up the skill line for this, so it's always kind of a struggle for me to open these chests, but yeah. Alright, yeah, I don't need that. Oh, actually, there's a glyph of stamina that was, right? Now, health, yeah, okay, whatever. Let me just take that. Okay. So a lot of enemies standing around here. I might want to pull in some more so that I can kill them all at once. Here we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. And yeah, you definitely want to use a lot of AoE damage when you're building a solo build because as you have seen actually on the first dungeon with the crazy build, trash mobs can be more harder than actual bosses if you don't have area damage. So definitely take at least some form of area damage with you if you're building a solo build. And also I'm gonna, even though I'm gonna do more specific videos on that in the future, if you want to get started soloing right now as soon as possible, the main thing I can recommend you to make it a lot more easy is to do it on a Templar, because on a Templar you can just use puncturing strikes, the first ability in the I think it's called Dawn's Adric Spear skill line. And that ability is just overpowered. You can morph it so that it heals you as well, and then you are good to go. You literally only need that ability, and you can already solo normal dungeons very easily. So, and actually, I'm noticing my friend is messaging me right there, so I'm gonna respond to him in a second. Yeah, don't wanna let him down and keep him waiting. But killing these mobs obviously has priority right now. Come on, here we go. And actually, I'm not sure if I will even get that on solo or if I have that yet. But if I don't die in this dungeon, I might be able to get the no death achievement. But I'm not sure about that. So yeah, veteran dungeon solo, very easy on this build. At least the like the more like the normal kind of dungeons. DLC dungeons are something different. So in the future, I'm also gonna solo DLC dungeons on veteran, but they are harder than these kinds of dungeons. So you definitely have to improve, yeah, to do those. But yeah, again, if you want to copy this build from me, you can just check the video description after this goes live, and there will be the builds I have put together. And actually, this was one of the few builds which actually was inspired by somebody else, because there's a guy on YouTube who was running solo trials. Actually, he was doing solo trials 2 years ago, I think, and he was also using heavy lightning staff attacks as his main source of damage. And so I figured out how he was able to do so much damage with them. And then I kind of adapted that to the current time, because the item sets he was using in that video have all been nerfed, and also a lot of the abilities have been changed. So I basically took just the basic idea of the build and made my own version out of it, which is working like today. And yeah, I am also gonna put his videos in the description, at least one of them, so you can see where I got the inspiration from. And you can watch his gameplay. I mean, it's insane. I mean, he's soloing a trial. You know, what more can you ask for? but I am actually not too sure if that's possible today, even if you have like the most optimized version of this kind of updated version of the build that I made. Even if you optimize this to the max, I'm not sure if you can solo a trial, just because of how the possibilities of the build have been changed, and also how the difficulty of the trials has been changed. So yeah, actually, you might not be able to solo trials at all today. I haven't seen anyone do it after him, and again, that was 2 years ago, so it may not be possible at all. But again, that's not gonna keep me from trying. So definitely, like my goal with this whole YouTube channel actually is to eventually. Oh, damn it! I was stunned for so long there. I wanted to use my ultimate to save myself, and I couldn't. All right, yeah, I have to concentrate a little more. Just gonna answer my friend here real quick. Talk to you after. Oh, actually, he's not online anymore. All right, okay. So yeah, if I concentrate a little more, I'm gonna get this boss down. That was just I was just not really concentrating properly there. Thing with this boss is he does this inevitable stun, which really sucks. I mean, the heavy attack right there you can block, but whenever he does the stun, that really sucks, because you really have to make sure you have enough health before he stuns you, so that you can actually so that you can actually survive after that, and don't end up dying like me. And yeah, he's actually one of the harder bosses in this dungeon, so the next boss is not gonna be as hard as him actually. Yeah, that was the stun I was talking about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm pretty sure I can interrupt it. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna try that next time he uses it. There we go. Ah, damn it. That wasn't fast enough. And that also wasn't fast enough to block. But it's fine, as you can see. Still alive, for now, at least. There we go, that was... Okay, I can't actually interrupt that, so... Yeah, that's the problem. See, he stuns you, and right after that, he does the heavy attack. So I probably will have to dodge roll that. Missed the dodge roll there. Yeah. So, yeah. Always make sure that you keep on high health when fighting this boss, so he doesn't stun you like this and then heavy attack you afterwards. I might want to get at a little distance of him when he heavy attack, when he does the stun, because maybe that's gonna keep him from doing the heavy attack afterwards. Actually, maybe. All right. So he's going down. And yeah, there we go, a little bit of range. Ah, he's still heavy attacks, damn it. But as you can see, if I'm at full health when he does it, then I'm fine, I'm surviving. But if not, then obviously not. So, and I want to use my ultimate here to make sure I don't accidentally die. Alright. Yeah, 200k health. He's not gonna survive this one, even though he heavy attacks me now, and I could have blocked that, but yeah, whatever. It's the last 150k. 100k. And there we go. Alright, second boss dealt with. And the rest of the bosses are actually a little bit easier. Last boss is kind of a challenge, but I feel like this was actually the hardest boss in the dungeon. So let's go ahead right here. There's going to be a large group of trash mobs here. I do want to pull them all together once more, just to deal with them quicker. Okay, I can't pull one of them there, but that's okay. Just deal with all of these. Alright, here we go. And interrupt that one. Come here. Let me stack these up. And you also come here. And then I can kill you all at once. Perfect. That's how I like my enemies. Stacked on top of each other so that I can hit them all at once. Nice. Alright. So in this tunnel there is another, I would say, mini-boss. And after that there's going to be the kind of the, I don't know what it's called, like the Atronach, the Storm Atronach, I think, boss. Which is really annoying because he does a really long stun if you don't evade it. But the good thing is that you can evade it if you have enough stamina and you can dodge roll, then you can just evade his stuns. So you want to make sure that you stay on stamina for that boss, but I'm gonna show you when he comes up in a second. So, getting these down. Alright. So, where is the mini-boss? Oh, one more trash group, okay, come on. Yeah, just... You three guys can't stop me. You're not gonna stop this. Get him down, get him down. Another 3 enemies. No problem. Alright. Here we go. So, let's see where the mini-boss is hiding. Or another group of trash mobs. Why not? Why not throw more people at me to die? It's kind of this mob mentality, you know. If you're imagine you're a trash mob in a dungeon, and I mean, you know that there's already been tons of screams, and you hear that somebody is just blasting through all of your people, and they're not stopping him, and then you think like, oh well, me and my 2 archer buddies right here, we are totally gonna stop this guy. And it's like, well, nope. And also, like, the player respawns. Like, when the player dies, they can instantly respawn right there on the spot, right? But if you die as a trash mob, I mean, you never really respawn. I mean, the dungeon does reset after the player has finished it, so I guess you could count that as a respawn, but I mean, that's kind of shitty, you know? You are much weaker, and you don't respawn, and you're forced to face up against a player who is much stronger than you, and who can just respawn if you kill him. I think that's really unfair. I think that trash mobs should have rights, you know. Maybe I should create a political party, the trash party, party of trash mobs. Alright, I don't know why I was using... Oh, it's actually okay. It's alright. Also, my food is still active. You might have noticed that I didn't use one single potion yet. That's because I have never run out of stamina, and yeah, why would I use a stamina potion if I still have stamina? Actually, I do want to ultimate right here, just for fun. And just to make sure I definitely don't die. Yeah, and Dragon Knight has several advantages when it comes to solo play, but I'm gonna explain all of that in a dedicated video because going over that right now is probably gonna be a little bit too much to cover right now. And I don't want to just touch the surface and then leave you to figure out the rest for yourself. So I'm gonna talk about that in a dedicated video, but yeah, Templar is definitely the easiest one to solo on, and Dragon Knight is probably gonna be the kind of the best one if you're kind of optimizing. So right there, that was relatively close, so I had to kind of spam my shield ability right there. Actually, that's still pretty close, but okay. Alright, there we go. So, I already have that, don't need it. So, last two bosses coming up, I believe. So right there at the end of this, there's going to be the Storm Atronach, which I was already talking about. I'm probably going to have to use my stamina potions there actually to keep dodge rolling. And then after the Storm Atronach, there's just going to be the last boss, and that one may actually be challenging again. So let's see if I can actually complete that, but I'm pretty confident. I feel like the second boss was already kind of the most challenging this gets, so probably should be able to complete this. Alright, just a lone archer left. I'm so sorry that I didn't pull you in, so now you had to see all of your friends die, and now you're the only one left. That really sucks. Alright, so Storm Atronach, there we go. Yeah, kill the mages. Damn. Alright, so yeah, main thing you want to do here is avoid the red circle. That should be a given, but with this one it's especially important. Because if you don't get out of this one there, right this, in time, you're gonna get screwed. Like, so hard. You don't want to do that. So, definitely want to focus on the ads first, which is kind of a basic rule, I guess. If you really want to try at your best, you should probably almost always kill the ads first, unless they constantly respawn. I mean, then there's no real point in killing them, but if they don't respawn, then you obviously want to deal with as few parties or like enemies at once as possible. And as you can see right there, because I did a lot of dodge rolls already, my stamina is actually going low right now, so let me use the stamina potion here. Yeah, otherwise I couldn't have dodge rolled that one. And he is gonna spawn, yeah, there we go, he is gonna spawn these Atronachs again, which is fine. I just have to keep them all together so that I can do area damage and deal with them at once, and then it will be fine. So as you can see, he's got 2.4 million health, so that's definitely something to deal with in terms of like, yeah, in terms of just sheer health. But he is going down eventually, as you can see. And there goes the area again. You definitely don't want to get caught in that. I could demonstrate it, but I don't want to because it may kill me. And yeah, I don't want to die just because of a demonstration, so I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, just trust me when I say stay out of it. Do whatever you can to avoid it. Actually, all of his area attacks. They're all pretty deadly. Yeah, like this one. And yeah, if you can't sustain your stamina otherwise, I guess just bring a stamina potion like me. They are super cheap, and you can actually buy them from alchemy vendors. So you don't even have to buy them from other players for expensive prices. You can simply go to the alchemy station at your local town and get them from the vendor there, and they're not expensive at all. And also they obviously drop from a lot of enemies, also basic enemies and stuff. So you should have enough stamina potions at any given time. And yeah, that's why I like to use them. I mean, as long as I don't need any better potions, I'm always going to use the cheap ones, because obviously why would you use something that is expensive when the cheaper gets you through it as well. Alright, so yeah, going pretty good right now. Already took more than half of his health. And he keeps spawning these Atronachs, but luckily, as all of my damage, actually like literally all of it, is AoE damage, they're just dying along with him. So that's fine. Just have to use the occasional stamina potion here and there to be able to keep dodge rolling. And that's pretty much it. He's gonna go down, and then we are just gonna approach the final boss after some trash mobs. And it's really unfortunate I died on the second boss there, because I do believe this would have been a no-death achievement. But yeah, whatever. I'm not really the kind of player who worries about getting all of the achievements and stuff. I really just care about having fun and also doing more difficult solo content. But the achievements are not really reflective of that. You don't get any special achievements for doing stuff solo, so you're not really being encouraged to do harder stuff on solo. But that's okay. You have to kind of create your own game, you know. Because if you're only getting like satisfaction from the game giving you achievements, then I think that's not a good place to be in. You should get satisfaction just from knowing that you are able to do something, or that you did something, and you shouldn't. There shouldn't have to be a badge that the game is handing out for you to feel like good about yourself, or to have fun in the game, which is ultimately the goal, to just have fun. And if people are telling you like you can't run a certain build, you can't run a certain weapon or a certain class or a certain role, then just don't play with these people, you know? Do whatever you want to do, as long as you have fun. And there are many different ways to complete the content, as you have seen in this stream. I mean, I beat a dungeon without a weapon or skills. I mean, if that doesn't show you everything, then I don't know what will. Almost everything you can do in this game is viable. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get the highest high scores with everything. You're not going to be able to get every single achievement with every build. But to just be able to do all of the content, especially like dungeons and normal trials, you really don't have to conform to any sort of standards, or like only use the most optimized builds to be able to do that. So don't let other people pressure you into it. Alright, so yeah, just one more mini boss right here before the last boss. Actually, let me go over there and pull them all in, because I don't really want to do all of them on their own. Oh no, that stun is actually nasty. Okay. Oh, Nope, that was not good. That was not good. I really have to watch out to not get stunned too much by these heavy attacks and stuff. And I should have used the potion before that, because then I could have broken free, which I can't right now. Alright, so, oh damn it. Shield, okay. Should be fine. Yeah, I keep kind of letting my guard down when fighting these mini bosses, because I think like, oh, it's just a mini boss, not going to be hard. But if you're doing veteran content solo, you definitely have to watch out for like, everything. You should never let your guard down like I'm doing right now. Again, I didn't block the heavy attack, so I got stunned. Don't make the same mistakes as me. Alright, now it's just the final boss, like the mini boss left. Block this, right. And now I can break free, okay. So yeah, he does a lot of heavy attacks, man. He really does a lot of heavy attacks. I accidentally used my revealing flare ability there, which is just meant to be a passive. But yeah, it's okay. I survived anyways, somehow. So yeah, that's gonna be the last mini boss here, and then I'm gonna be coming up to the final boss. And the final boss doesn't really have any super special mechanics in this one, so there's nothing in particular, I guess, to that you have to be super careful about. Just do the basics, just block heavy attacks, just avoid area of effects, and that should be pretty much all you can do at the final boss there. Got stunned again, but yeah, I didn't have stamina. Gonna use the potion now. Heavy attack, sure. And yeah, as you can see, soloing veteran content definitely possible, even though this build is not fully optimized at all. Yeah, you just have to make sure you are actually using a dedicated solo build, and you probably want to be using the Ring of the Pale Order, unless you are a Templar, where I guess you are doing so much healing with your spammable, with your puncturing strikes, that you don't really need the Ring of the Pale Order, and you can probably use something like Oaken Soul Ring, or the other new mythic, which is called, I think, like Serpent's Despise, or something with a serpent. I didn't get it yet, which is why I don't know about it, but yeah, so there we go with the last mini-boss. Last mini-boss is dead, so we are going to be moving up to the final boss, after, of course, some more trash mobs in our way. And yeah, then that's the veteran dungeon solo. Going to be completed in just a moment. And if you have just started watching, actually earlier in the stream, I did a solo dungeon without a weapon and without skills. So definitely go back and watch that once this this live stream goes on the channel as a video. Because that was really fun, I think, and it really showed that you can solo, yeah, with all kinds of different builds, and you don't have to have the most optimized build to be able to do that. So let's get over here to the last boss. I think we can skip those, actually. Yeah, nice. So those Atronachs are obviously standing in the way. Let's kill them. Actually, they have 350k health. Okay, not too bad for some trash mobs, but still trash mobs. Still trash. Alright. Here we go. I think I can skip those two. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So, can I skip those as well? I just want to get to the final boss right now. Yeah, okay. So, final Atronach in our way before the very final boss of the dungeon, and then hopefully the veteran dungeon is going to be completed. So, let's get this one down. We can't really do too much about it. Yeah. Come on. Alright. Here we go. Final boss. Go. He's always running off. That's always the first thing that this boss does, is just run away. I'm not too sure why, but he seems to like running away. And yeah, the good thing with ranged enemies, usually as bosses, is most of the time they are using way less heavy attacks than melee bosses. So while of course it can be a pain that they are ranged, yeah, that's the benefit. Good luck on final boss. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I think this is gonna go just fine. The other bosses have been going well so far. I mean, yeah, I died on the second boss, but I didn't really pay too much attention there. So if I just keep my focus here, I should be able to complete this. And in case I go low on health, I still have my ultimate ready on my back bar, which is poison armor, which is gonna make me basically invincible for 6 seconds, I believe. And at the same time, because of the Dragon Knight's passive, using the ultimate is also gonna fully restore all of my resources. So that's really kind of the best panic button you can have in this game. And if you ever get into a pesky situation with a Dragon Knight, just use poison armor and you are gonna be fine. So, final boss is going down like this. We have gotten about 25% health down right now, and he doesn't seem to be too much of a challenge. Even though this is on veteran, not too difficult right now. And yeah, as I said, it all depends on crafting the right kind of build for a solo situation. And yeah, the main thing obviously is that I'm healing through my damage because of the Ring of the Pale Order, which is definitely the most important item for any solo build. So if there's one item I could recommend you to get, it's definitely the Ring of the Pale Order. It's a mythic item, you can get it from the Antiquary system, so you're gonna have to collect leads for it, then scry those leads, and then excavate the what are they called? I think the digging sites or something. But yeah, just use the Antiquary system, and you can find all kinds of guides online on how to get the Ring of the Pale Order. So if you want to get it and you're not sure where to get the leads for it, I guess just search that on Google or YouTube. There's plenty of guides, and they will tell you exactly where to get the leads. But yeah, mythic items definitely probably one of the most important parts of any build, just because of the power level. Alright, we've already gotten him down more than half right now, and this doesn't seem to be a challenge. Actually, I'm not sure why he's not moving at all. He's just standing in that corner. I think he likes the corner. Yeah, not really sure what he's thinking there. He could at least move around a bit to dodge my AoEs, but hey, I'm not complaining. If he wants to stand within my AoEs, that's fine. That's fine to me. But yeah, I guess most of the bosses in this game are not too mobile. I mean, the melee bosses, at least they follow the tank, or follow you if you're doing it solo like me. But yeah, the ranged bosses, they really just stand in one place and wail away. Yeah, but that's good for us because he's constantly standing the AoE. So he's got like 25% health left, so I'm pretty close to finishing the dungeon. And yeah, again, let me already say that, as I said, in the future, I'm definitely gonna post some videos on how to make solo builds. I'm gonna be explaining the solo builds that I'm using, and you can find both of the builds I was using today in this stream. You can find in the video description as soon as this goes onto the YouTube channel after the live stream, and then you can copy my builds if you want. And again, if you have any question concerning either builds or ESO in general, feel free to hit me up on YouTube or in game, and yeah, just ask for help, and I'm more than happy to help you. And actually, there he he moved for the first time. Wow, I didn't expect that. Uh, and yeah, he does seem to be doing a little bit more damage now, if I'm not mistaken, but that's not gonna help him. It's the last 300k health. I'm gonna pop my ultimate in a second just for the sake of it, to make sure that nothing goes bad within these last seconds. So ultimate right now. And yeah, now he definitely can't kill me anymore. And he's going down. That's gonna be it for the solo veteran dungeon. Here we go. And yeah, obviously gonna collect the monster set helmet from that. Yeah, alright. So that's been the solo veteran dungeon right here. I am really disappointed that I died at the second boss one time. But yeah, gonna improve on that on the future and get the no death as well. But hey, everybody makes mistakes, so good fight. Thank you, man, and thank you for hanging around the stream for all this time, man. Really appreciate it, and I really appreciate everybody who has been tuning in today for the live stream. Everybody who is watching this video after the live stream finished. So thank you all so much. And if you have any questions, as I said, just reach out to me. And yeah, if you're interested in more solo content and also really challenging solo content, I'm also going to do veteran DSC dungeons solo in the future. So yeah, just stick around for that. And I'm really happy to see you again in the future, have you on the live streams, or check out the videos, which I'm going to do within the next weeks. So thank you very much, everybody, and good night for now.